Okay, welcome to our happy hour coach sneak peek. This is the first one we've done where we've done a happy hour like this, so I'm super excited. I, along with Carrie Folk and Linda Frickovich, are going to share our stories, and then we're just going to share some topics about the business that you might be wondering. So I'm just going to dive right in. I'm Tabitha. My name's Tabitha Sampson. I've been a coach with Beachbody for 4.5 years. When I signed up for the business. So you might be thinking, I just want to sign up for the discount, or I don't really know if this is going to be for me, so I don't know if I'm going to want to work this business. But I'll tell you that a lot of coaches sign up for the discount and they end up working the business simply because of the things that we're about to discuss. So I started for a business opportunity, and little did I know I would fall in love with the products and everything else about it. So basically, I was a mom of two when I signed up. I was a full-time dental hygienist. That was my passion. I went to school. I worked my butt off to get through hygiene school, and it was something I'd always wanted to do. I always wanted to go into the dental field. And so it was awesome. It's been a great job. But I think that as the seasons of life change, our idea and our vision and things just change, right? So because I had kids now, I wasn't going to be able to be home with them. That wasn't going to happen. I couldn't go part-time because my boss wouldn't allow it. It was either work full-time or nothing. And he's a really good guy. So it's not that he's a jerk, but it was just, it was what it was. I had to just keep plugging away. And I knew that I didn't really want that for our family. I knew that how was I ever going to go to baseball games, or how was I ever going to be able to go to this or that? And I had a schedule full of people, right? It's easier for girls in the office who don't have a schedule because they were able to just up and leave because they didn't have people to see. And so there was all these things that the flexibility wasn't there. And I just thought, what if this was the vehicle to bring me home with my kids, and I could work from home and do something that I absolutely loved. So I was always an athlete, but I had stepped away from working out. I hadn't worked out for a really long time because we put ourselves on the back burner. I don't care if you're a mom or not. We as women, and as men as well too, but as women, it's like we're striving for a career goal, or maybe we're striving for something in our life that we just feel like we have to put full attention to. Therefore, we don't invest in ourselves, and we feel that. And a lot of moms always tell me, I feel guilty for spending money on myself, or I feel guilty for whatever it is, which is crazy. It's so crazy, and I get it, and I understand that. But when you think about it, it's like, wow, if your cup isn't filled and you're not fulfilled, and you aren't investing in you, which is the most important really person, obviously in your life, because if you're not investing in you, then it's hard to be anything for anybody else. So, and that's what this business has taught me. That's something else it's taught me. And so anyway, I dove in with a 21-day fix challenge pack. At that point, BOD wasn't a thing. So it was a DVD package. So that's what I bought. I was like, wow, this is really fun. I got amazing results. So to fast forward, because I feel like my story is kind of long and I don't want to continue rambling on. So to fast forward, when I started this, I thought of only the physical transformation, because that's what people want, right? We want to feel better because if we lose weight or we tighten or tone or whatever, we're going to feel better, which is true. We're going to feel more confident, but I had no idea the mental impact that this was going to have on my life. So about 2.5 years ago, I went through a terrible, dark time in my life where I don't know. I don't really know what triggered it, if it was the pressure of everything, of me trying to be all these things. And again, as moms and as women, we put a lot on ourselves, and we expect maybe a lot and sometimes too much. And then when we fail, we struggle and all these things, right? And I just hit this really dark place in my life where I wasn't getting out of bed. And I was still a coach. I never quit. I still hit my monthly goals, except twice. But what I found was that I had to invest in my mental state, and I had to keep that healthy, or nothing else was going to go right. And so I can say that if it wasn't for Beachbody, and I did take medication, and I am on medication, so I don't want you to think like I didn't use something to help get out of it. I tried like hell to to not be on medication, and it just didn't work for me. So with medication, and just investing in me more, my mental state, and leaning on the people around me, because we have an amazing challenge group. And I'll just tell you right now, we have 210 people in our challenge group for this spring group, which is amazing. Like, it's insane, because we're all pretty much, we're all the same in so many ways. We're all struggling. We're all on the struggle bus in one way or another, trying to make this work, trying to figure this out, right? And so when you have people surrounding you that are cheering you on and honestly, genuinely want to see you succeed, with whether it's lose 20 pounds or just feel more confident. So to fast forward even more, so I got through that dark time. I continued to pour into myself, and I continued to share my story on Facebook. And when you do that and you open up and people see that they relate with you, right? Because again, we're all struggling in some way, and people are scared to admit things that they're struggling with. People are nervous to put it out there because of what people will think. But people need to know that it's okay. And so that's what it's shown me. And that's like therapy to me, for me to share it and put it out there, because it does help people. And that's our job as coaches, is to help people beyond fitness. Because I knew nothing about fitness. I knew nothing about nutrition, and I still don't honestly know a ton about nutrition. So I just try to do the best I can and support people and fuel their fire. And literally, that's what you're doing as a coach. It's not what people think. And Carrie's going to touch on some of those things in a little bit. But so basically, to fast forward, we have an amazing team that we've built together, and I was able to give my notice at work this week. I guess it was last week I technically did. And I'm going to be home full-time coaching. And if you would have told me 4.5 years ago that I could be doing this from home and that I could make this happen, because there's a lot of people out there who think that you can't, maybe, or in your mind and in my mind too. I still get doubt in my brain, but you can do anything you set out to do. And when you have amazing people and amazing relationships surrounding you, like, that makes all the difference. And so I'm so excited, because that has added so much to my story, because now I'm able to just live out my vision. And so I want to talk a little bit about my vision and a little bit about your vision. So with this, you can kind of paint, I want you to think about your vision, and I want you to paint the picture of what it is. And it doesn't have to be leave your full-time job. It doesn't have to be stay at home. But I was kind of explaining this to some of my coaches recently. I'm like, you got to think about the seasons of life and the things that are going to come up, right? And maybe things are going to come up in your life that we can't plan for. We don't know what's going to happen. But when you have things in place, and maybe it's extra income, because at the end of the day, I don't care really who you are. We all need extra income for whatever it is, whether it's a fun vacation, whether it's, because I've been able to take these vacations because of Beachbody. I went on 4 trips and I've earned them for free, which is amazing. I would have never been able to afford to go to take my husband on trips. I've went on 2 cruises, and I've went to the Dominican and Mexico, and it's awesome. So besides that, so I would think about your vision, and I would think about what is it that you'd like to do? Because again, our passions change and things change, and things fall into your life. And maybe you're on this call for a reason, and obviously somebody invited you because they believed in you and they wanted to share this opportunity with you. And if you have any questions, I forgot to say, you guys can put them up in the chat and we'll answer them as we can. So really, honestly, it's everything has to drive you, like a fitness program. A fitness program has to drive you. You have to have an emotional attachment with those results, right? And it's not about the scale, and it's not about all these things that we define fitness as, but it does have to do with some of those things. But there's always an emotional attachment and a drive behind why we complete a program, or why we are eating healthier, or whatever the case is. And so I want you to think about your vision and maybe an income goal, and maybe because a lot of people don't believe they can do this, because they're like, well, I don't want to sell anything. And it's like, I get that, but you are simply offering somebody an opportunity in something that will completely change their life if they take advantage of it. Okay, so I'm going to stop there, and I'm going to move it on over to who's next? Linda. Okay, I'm gonna move it over to Linda, and then we can kind of tie up loose ends at the very end. So Linda's gonna share her story now with you guys and a little bit extra stuff too. Yay! You can unmute yourself, Linda, if you want.
Okay, there we go.
There you are.
All right, so my name is Linda Frkovich, and I have been a coach for 2 years now. The first year as a coaching, I didn't really work the business too much. I just kind of worked on myself. And this last year, I have been working business more. But Tabitha had reached out to me a couple years ago, and I had bought like a 3-day refresh off of her, put it in my pantry, never used it. I was always one of those people that when I was younger, I could eat whatever I wanted to, never had to worry about weight, always real skinny. Had my son at 21, so I was still pretty young. My metabolism was still awesome. Lost all my baby weight. And then as I started aging, getting a little bit older, I kept putting a little more weight on, putting a little more weight on. You don't really realize it until like one day you're like looking through pictures of yourself and you like, whoa, who was that person? You don't even recognize yourself. So Tabitha had reached out to me one more time, and I knew I needed a change. I was 35 pounds heavier than what I am now. And I needed it for accountability. So I said yes to it for the accountability, because I knew if I signed up as a coach, I would hold myself more accountable. I would, if I knew I was trying to encourage other people, I knew I would stick with it. So I've been doing it, the workouts for 2 years, started with 21-day fix, loved it, went to T25, absolutely loved it. I love Shaun T. Did T25 a couple times, did 80-day obsession a couple times, had amazing results, and just kept going. And I have changed so much since I've started coaching. I have more confidence, I'm more positive. I'm sure if you ask my husband and son, I'm a lot more joyful to be around. But this has changed my life, not just physically, but mentally, emotionally. And this community of women that I have met, I wouldn't have met probably half of the people on our team if it wasn't for saying yes to this opportunity. And I consider them some of my best friends, some people you can confide in, and it's just, you become a family. So that's kind of my backstory. I don't have like a real long story, but I'm going to talk to you guys kind of what we do as coaches. And it's kind of awesome because if you think about it, what we do is we help other people become a better version of themselves, physically, mentally, emotionally, while still working on ourselves, because we're not perfect. We are continuously working on ourselves. We're still a work in progress. So we share our journey. We share our goals. We share the struggles. We post about our victories, and people are going to be watching you as you're sharing. You may not realize it, but there's somebody watching you. You are inspiring them, you are motivating them, and they may never come out and tell you, but there's always somebody watching you. You're going to have the people that come up to you and say, hey, what are you doing? I've noticed something different about you, or you are looking great. What are you doing? Or I see you getting up every morning and you're posting. How do you stay motivated? So as you're sharing your journey, that's going to be able to lead you to inviting people to join you. The people that are coming up to you, you just tell them, hey, I started doing these workouts. You get put in a challenge group with amazing people. Like Tabitha said earlier, we have over 200 people, and we are there to cheer each other on, work through our struggles. We are encouraging each other. It is just a great atmosphere. So as you're sharing, people's going to come up, they're going to ask what you're doing, and then you can invite people to join you. I know it sounds kind of scary, but if you think about how this has changed, like if I think about how it's changed my life, it's easier to invite people, because you're offering them a gift, kind of, if you think about it. You're offering them a way to make themselves better. They are able to, they can join you. You link arms with them. You're never on this journey alone, even as a coach. You are with your other coaches. They will help you through anything. You have questions, you message them, you stay in contact with them pretty well on a day-to-day basis. So they're there to encourage you, lead you. You're never alone. So let's see, I'm writing some notes here. I don't want to leave anything out. And another way that we continue to work on ourselves is we read personal development. Because if we're not feeding our minds, growing in personal growth, we're not able to really help somebody else if they're needing help. We need to be in the right mindset to help other people. And if you're not growing mentally, your business won't be growing. So you just kind of want to keep feeding your mind, keep the positive atmosphere, keep the right mindset, and that will also drive you to help other people. And then, like we said, those challenge groups, they are great. We work together as a team. So you usually don't run a challenge group by yourself. All of us coaches work together. We put all of our people in a group together, and we can just continue to support, encourage. We recognize people with their goals. We help people when they post about their struggles. You're surrounded by a great group of women. I think we're mostly women in our groups. I don't know if we have any men or not, but it's just an amazing community. And then you're probably wondering, like, okay, I work full time. I'm a nurse. I didn't mention that I'm a nurse. I work 40 plus hours a week at a doctor's office. I have a son. He's 13. He plays sports. His baseball's starting up next week. So there's going to be 2 to 3 nights every week until July that we're going to have games. And you're probably thinking, how in the world are we going to be able to work this side hustle while working full time, being a mom, being a caregiver, a wife, whatever. And the best way to do that is Power Pockets. If you have like an hour a day where you can sit down and work on your business at a time, great. If not, you can do 15 minutes here, 10 minutes there. In the morning, I get up, I wake up an hour before the rest of my family. I get up, drink my Energize. This is my survival juice here. And I read my personal development, get my workout in. And if I still have time, I sit down and I will maybe do some invites or share about my workout, share whatever's going on with the day. And then as you're sharing, that's, like I said, people's gonna be watching you, they're gonna be commenting you. That's where it leads into the inviting. But yeah, you can do it. If you can spend, I would say probably at least an hour a day, every day for a week, during the week, your business will grow. You're going to see progress. You're going to see everything grow. You're just going to be, I'm telling you guys, this business is just amazing. I can't even really explain. It's just an awesome feeling to be a part of this community and amazing group of women. I think that's all I was going to touch on. So I will pass it on to our other amazing coach, Carrie.
Hey guys, so I'm Carrie Folk. I'm also a nurse full-time and I do home health. So I am on the road all the time. So texting and communicating with people to grow this business is difficult. So like Linda said, it is while I'm parked at the gas station filling up, I'm trying to get some stuff in. So a little bit about me. I've been in and out of Beachbody now for probably about 4 years. I was originally under somebody else, and that whole experience I don't really have time to get into, but thank God Tabitha reached out to me. It was a year in April. I had just had Daxton, and I was probably the biggest I've ever been. And I remember being at Quinn's birthday party, and someone took a picture and uploaded it on Facebook, and I was like, oh dear God, like that doesn't even look like me. So she reached out to me luckily a little bit later and wanted me to get involved again. And I was ready. I was like, yes, let's do this. I started out with ADD obsession. Within like the first few weeks, I was already seeing results and I was sold. She talked to me about doing coaching again. And my previous experience was with coaching. It was pretty rocky. I didn't have the support that Tabitha gives us and that she teaches us to share with all you guys. So I also struggled with postpartum depression really bad. So for me, it wasn't more so of, I mean, there was the physical aspect that I wanted to change that, but I knew I could do that. I had a really big mental block that this whole experience has really helped me get over. The girl I was last year doesn't even really exist anymore. She really struggled with a lot of stuff. And even my husband has said, you know, you're a lot happier person when you get up at 4:30 and work out. Even if you're tired, like, just do it. And this community that I've, you know, Linda and Tabitha, they're like one of my like best friends. I talk to them every day, and we would have never met if it hadn't been for this experience. So more on to what everybody really wants to know. I can share about my story another time if you guys really want to talk about that. But how do we earn money? So I get my notes out because it's new for me, but that earning money is completely dependent on how much you want to get out of it. So discount coaching is great. We love discount coaches. We welcome them in like they're a part of the family. You get a 25% discount on all your products. Bam. Thank you. You're not earning any money, but you're saving 25%. So that's a win there. We also offer a military discount for any of the military families out there. There's no monthly coach fee for military, and it's also free to sign up. So I didn't even know that. Tabitha told me that today. So I can make sure I shared that with you guys. Another way that you can earn money without really working the business is if you wanted sign up about 3 people. If you helped 3 people. I know when I first started, before I started to really build, I was like, well, I'll try this out. And if anybody wants to join me along the way, great. And that's what happens because people are going to reach out to you. I think some of you are seeing that people are wanting to know what you're doing. And then if you sign up 3 people each month, that's basically paying for your products because you get 25% commission on any product, program, any retail commission. That's what you're going to get back. So even if you're not considering building this as a business, that's still an option. You could get your products paid for with that. The other way is building an awesome team. Built my business much like Linda has, so in just little pockets of time. So, but in the past few months, since probably January, I've gotten anywhere between $400 and $500 every month. And that might not seem like a lot. I'm not quitting my job, but someday, that is my car payment. That is groceries. That is, hey, if I want to go get a pedicure, I'm going to go get a pedicure. And I know people that are making $2,000 to $3,000 a month, $20,000 to $30,000 a month. So basically the sky is the limit. Like what you guys want to put into it is what you're going to get back. So that I can't do that mindset, it's got to go. It doesn't matter. You can do it. People all around you are doing it. Some of Tabitha's best friends are making ridiculous amounts of money. And that's not what it's all about. But for a lot of us, that's half of our drive. I don't want to work as a nurse, wife, and butt all the time. I want to stay home with my kids. I want to go on vacations. I want to pay off my debt, all those things. So I want more for myself and more for my family. It's going to be easy. Absolutely not. I know it's hard. I don't know if anybody was watching EarthFit, but I'm making it work. I'm a little flustered. But I know at the end of the day, I'm going to make it work. I do all the time. Tabitha tells me you're going to make it work because you always do. That's just the mindset you have to have. So building a team, you're looking for basically more of yourself, someone who is passionate about health and fitness, someone who is willing to run with. Am I back? Okay, I'm back. I don't know what happened. All right, so you're going to sign 5 people, and then you're going to lose 3. And it happens to me all the time, and every time I text Tabitha, I'm like, crap, I'm never going to keep building, but those aren't your people. Those are not the people you're looking for. She has to tell me this every month. that you're looking for the people who are here for the long run. My friend Mary, I signed up 4 years ago, and she's still with me, even after I quit and came back. She is my person. So quality over quantity. You want to build those relationships. So when you start building your team, you're going to get, first step is if you're going to build this business, you want 2 coaches. We're going to put one on each leg. Might get a little complicated, so I'm not going to go real deep into it because we can do that one-on-one, so it makes more sense. But first step is you want to hit emerald rank, which is 2 coaches, 1 coach on each side. That's the first step. And then you're going to qualify to earn money off the team. So we can go over that. It's called Team Cycle Bonus, but basically every product and program has volume to it, and you start banking up all that volume. And then once you start to Team Cycle Bonus, you're just getting paid out of that bank. So emeralds get $14. Diamonds, it just keeps going up from there. Looks like we're running out of time. That's all I need to say about that probably. You'll start seeing your income from that. You're not always going to, that's the bulk of your income is going to be from that. So that's why you want to build your team. And we can go in more depth with that. But those are the ways you earn, also with trips and bonuses and all kinds of incentives. So I'll give it back to Tab to close this out.
Okay, awesome. All right, so basically to kind of close this, this is something I like to talk about because I think it's just something that is in people's heads sometimes, because there's all kinds of MLMs, right, all over the place on social media. And sometimes maybe it's hard to choose which one. And I'll be honest, when I signed up, I had no idea what I was getting into. Like, I didn't know if I would like this or hate it. So I don't even know really why I signed up, obviously for the business, but thank God I chose this company. And the reason I say that is because there's all kinds of products out there. But if you want sustainable, long-term results that's going to change your life, it's the ones that don't happen overnight, right? Which is this. And the nice thing about this is we give women, busy moms, busy women who are working full time, who don't have time to go to the gym, because I can get a badass, excuse my language, Lindy, sorry, workout in 20 to 30 minutes. And not like I couldn't have made it to the gym in that time. Like, and I'm in and out, and I'm given all the structure to succeed because I have a calendar to follow. And I have all the tools to succeed. And then I have support from these amazing people in our group and in our team and all that. And so the thing of it is there's all these quick fixes out there, but they're going to come back. So I have these people who, they want the quick fix, but then they come back to this because it's long-term. And a lot of people don't know what to do when they go to the gym. Like, that's the other thing. I have no idea what to do when I go to the gym. Like, and I always say this because it's true. I would go to the treadmill for 10 minutes, then I'm going to do the elliptical for 20, just because I'm like, well, that's something different. That's really going to help. And then I'm bored. And I'm like, well, that's good. That should be good for today. And then I truck on out the gym. And I didn't really get that much progress. I have nothing to back my nutrition. I have nothing to back anything. I have no accountability. I have nothing to follow. So I'm aimlessly just figuring this out on my own. So that's what I love, is it gives people the tools to make this work, and it's affordable. It's so affordable. So, and I'm just going to go right into it. So the best way to sign up, if you want to sign up as a coach, and I'll just tell you right now, anybody that signs up tonight only, you get $15 off, $15 cash back on your challenge pack. So the best way to sign up is a challenge pack, because it's going to waive your coach fee. So there's a $40 sign up fee. Nobody hardly ever pays the coach sign up fee because the challenge pack waives that. So for 27 cents a day, you get Beachbody On Demand, which is every single program they've ever created in their full length, with everything you need. Nutritional information, the calendars, bonus exercises. It's laid out so nice. It's laid out like Netflix is, where you literally log in and there's everything by trainer, by type of workout, dance, cardio, Pilates, yoga inspired. I could go on and on. There's kids workouts. There's lifting, there's everything. So if you break down, because it's $99 for Beachbody On Demand for the year, if you break that down, it's 27 cents a day. I don't know about you, but I can't think of anything else that I can get for 27 cents a day with that has that much in it. So, and then you got to add your supplements, because you have to be a product of the product to be a coach. You just do. A lot of people will say, well, I don't really want to invest that money. Well, here's the thing. I don't care how healthy you eat, and I didn't know this. It doesn't matter if you eat the healthiest you can possibly eat. Your body physically, you can't physically eat the amount of food that your body needs. And we're all deficient in something. And our bodies crave things that food does not contain. And I had no idea, because I was not a shake person. I was like, I would rather not drink anything. It's just not my thing. But I'll tell you, I've drank it for almost 5 years consistently. And I think 2 or 3 times I've gotten like a cold. I don't think I've ever got the flu, like puking flu. Like it does amazing things for your immune system, because I had no idea that it starts in your gut. So your immune system starts in your gut, and that's where things happen. And there's prebiotics and probiotics and all these superfoods. And I could go on and on about Shakeology and the research and the quality that's in it, because you can find a shake that's a lot cheaper. No doubt about it. But you won't find a shake that's better, because I've researched it, and many people on our team have, and my friends have, and you want. So to make that a little shorter, for $160, you get all the programs for a year, plus your month of either Shakeology or the pre and post workout. So the pre and post workout, the pre-workout's made from green tea. It doesn't give you like the jittery crash that a lot of pre-workouts do. It's awesome. It's a clean pre-workout. Not only is it a pre-workout, it's like a pick-me-up, a boost. It's awesome. It's behind Shakeology. It's the #1 product, and everybody loves it. I don't know a single person who doesn't like Energize. And then the protein is the pre-work, or is the post-workout, and it's simply just for muscle recovery. It actually helps with muscle recovery. There's a ton of other products. I'm not going to go into all of that. You would get 25% off. Our family uses a lot of products. There's kids shakes, there's beach bars, there's 3-day refreshes, which is like a 3-day Whole Foods cleanse. That's awesome. That's not like a cleanse that you're thinking where it's like not good and you're in the bathroom all the time. So basically, if you want to sign up, that's the best way. There is a $15 coach fee per month. Okay. $15 a month basically says that if I want to build this business, I have all the tools to do so, because I have a back online coach office that I have. So, and it also is basically just giving you the discount, the membership. So you're still saving quite a bit of money with that coach fee. And again, like Carrie said, if you're willing to find 3 people buying Shakeology or a product from you, you'll get yours for free. And we, as your upline, would help you earn your product for free. Like, we are more than happy to help you if that's your goal. Or if your goal's $100 a week, then we would help you with that as well. So basically, that's kind of it. As far as the sign up, when we get done, we will be checking in with you guys and just see if it's something you want to do. And if you have further questions, we'll go there. There are some, you're fine, Miranda. There are some, we were going to kind of cover not objections, but what am I looking to say? Oh, yeah, objections. We were looking to talk about those a little bit too, just because there's like myths. There's all these things, right? You have to be fit and you have to know about nutrition. I kind of covered a few of those. But basically, here's what you need to do to be a coach. You need to have a heart that cares about people. You need to want the drive to crave more for yourself and to want more for you with putting in the work to feel better and to like mentally and physically just change. And it's not a certain size. It's not a certain number on the scale. Like if you saw our challenge group, it's of every size and age range. It does not matter. Like, it's not even about that. It's about like literally just believing in yourself enough that you're willing to do this for yourself. That's it. And you're the best investment you can make. And that's what I always try to tell people when they're like, well, I just don't want to invest in myself, or I hate to spend the money. And I'm like, I get it. I totally get it. But if you break it down and you paid and you budgeted, and I had to budget Shakeology into my month at first, because it's $100 a month. Okay. It's $100 a month for Shakeology. But if you break it down, it's like $3 and some change per shake, and you're using it as a meal. It's the healthiest meal you're going to have all day. And if it keeps you out of the doctor's office and it keeps you at work and you're not taking time off because you're not sick anymore, because you're like fueling your body the way it needs to be fueled, it's worth every penny. And again, if you find 3 people buying from you, you might as well just cross that off your budget because it's no longer a thing. Like you didn't have to pay for it. So I could go on and on about the products, the business, the passion that I have behind it, and the fact that health and fitness isn't going anywhere. It's not something that, this is the other thing, oh, this is just going to fizzle out. Well, Beachbody's been around for 20 years, and it's the most stable company, and the trainers are the best trainers on the planet, and the amount of work and the amount of research that they put into their programs and their products is just insane. So there's that. Like I said, health and fitness is never going anywhere, so we're always going to need it. So I don't know. It's just been the best blessing. It's blessed. And I didn't add this, but like I've replaced my full-time income simply by working around a full-time job and kids and all the stuff that happens in your life that you feel busy. Because I get it, we're all busy, but we all have like an hour that we watch TV or we scroll Facebook. And so if you want to build this business and you want to earn an income, and just even like for groceries, like Carrie said, groceries and a car payment, I mean, think of the weight that would like lift maybe off of your plate if you had that money. So that's it. That's all I have. I want to thank you guys for jumping on and listening to us. Thank you. I hope that you enjoyed it. I hope it lit a spark inside you and inspired you to possibly think about joining us and becoming part of our Fit Fam, because it's just ever changing and ever life changing. So thank you. I'll post this recording and we'll be in touch with you guys. And again, if anyone wants to sign up tonight only, you get $15 cash back. So thank you guys so much. Bye.